Welcome to another episode of Princess of STEM Diaries. I have another princess or STEMinista with me today. So I've heard amazing things. Introduce yourself to the people.
So my name is Shania Richardson. I graduated at Texas State University.
Okay.
With a bachelor's in industrial engineering.
Perfect.
But I am in cybersecurity.
Okay, wait a minute. Already, we're starting in less than 2 minutes. How do we go from one to the other, industrial to cybersecurity? How does that work?
I began programming in Python at the age of 15.
Just randomly?
I was forced into it by my cousin. I was babysitting for the summer, the kids.
Okay.
And my cousin was like, "Are you doing anything?"
You're like, no.
Well, good. You're going to take a class for me.
You know you're not supposed to say no. Anytime anyone asks, are you doing anything? The answer is always, yeah, I'm busy.
I had no clue what I was getting myself into. He was like, well, I got a job for you. You can watch the kids for the summer. I'll pay you.
Okay.
But you got to take this class for me. And I'm like, cool.
Okay.
It was a Python course.
Okay.
At Rice University.
Okay.
And that's kind of how I got started.
Okay, so you were 14, 15?
Yeah, I was like 15, 16.
15, 16. You are taking this collegiate level Python course.
It was crazy.
So I have to know, how well did you do? 'Cause, I mean, you're in cybersecurity now, so I'm making some leaps. But does that mean you aced this course?
I definitely told him after 2 weeks I'm not doing it no more.
Okay, so that means no.
That started everything for me, though.
Okay.
Like, I began to get curious. I was like, what is this? This is dope. Then I got into Java.
Okay.
And then in college, I self-taught myself JavaScript.
Okay. Why
Difficult. I was the simulation engineer for my capstone project, working with AnyLogic, and it was definitely new. It was new.
You were like, okay, well, I got to get this. But you were an industrial. Why didn't you go into computer science or computer engineering?
Yeah, no, I didn't want to lose any hair and stress myself.
Okay. See, there's levels to these engineering degrees is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Okay. You're like, I don't want to do that.
I had to choose wisely the amount of stress and load I wanted to take on.
Okay.
So I played it smart. I remember going to my advisor, telling him what I wanted to do.
Okay.
He said, okay, well, since you already have knowledge with coding and stuff.
Yeah.
Go ahead, choose the easiest engineering degree.
Ooh, this is going to start a debate. What is the easiest engineering degree? So rank them for me. Give me your the easiest 3 engineering degrees.
None of them.
You just said.
This is what he said, though. So he said, choose the easiest engineering degree.
Okay.
Use your capstone as your leverage.
Okay.
And get there.
Okay.
That's what I did. I used my capstone as my leverage to get into tech.
Oh. Now, are you happy?
Love it.
Okay. Tell me what you do now.
Right now, I work with DXC Technology.
Okay.
I'm chilling over there. We're remote.
Ooh.
I love my company. Very diverse, very open-minded, especially because a lot of the people on my team, I'm the youngest.
Ooh. You're the youngest. Are you the only woman?
No.
Only black person?
Yes.
Ooh, there's all these different things add a level of stress sometimes to the work environment. Okay.
And I manage confidential data. And I have to protect that for these clients and maintain the integrity of it. And it's a lot.
I can only imagine.
I make it seem like it's easy, but every day is something.
Okay.
And we have to act fast to make sure that I'm preventing cyber attacks because people work fast.
Yeah, hackers work all day, just like everybody else.
They work.
Yes.
And we have to work harder to keep that data protected, especially when it comes to disaster recoveries. We're constantly having drills to prepare.
Yeah.
Best case scenarios, though.
Yes.
You know, and it's a lot. It's a lot, but I love it. I love the chaos.
Okay. Is this what you always thought you would be doing?
No.
What was the goal?
I was supposed to be an architectural engineer.
So you were still going to be a STEMmy type of a thing.
Yeah. And then I had to build a bridge, and I was like, not happening.
You didn't like it.
My bridge fell. My bridge fell. And I was just like, what am I doing here?
This
Like,
is a critical skill. Know yourself. The bridge fell. You were like, this is not
fell.
for me.
I watched it fall in the middle. I was like, okay, next.
Okay.
Like, next.
You're like, next thing. Okay, so you found your thing.
Yeah.
You're doing it. But then where does the author part come in?
I'm a professional yapper.
Okay. So I'm a certified yapper. Actually, my graduate student told me that, and I said, should I be offended? No, I am.
Professional yapper here.
Yes.
Proud. Okay.
Yes.
And I realized I speak with wisdom. I'm young. Where did I get it from? All of the experiences and hardships that I went through growing up.
Ooh.
Not realizing that I am an influence to the people that
around
I'm
you
speaking to, and I'm just yapping. I'm just yapping for the life of me, just yapping, having fun, talking.
Yeah.
And they're like, "You ever thought about writing a book?"
And you did it.
You should have a podcast.
Ooh.
And I'm like, sounds good. Yep, whatever.
Why not?
Not my cup of tea. That's what I kept saying.
Okay, for how long?
A long time.
Okay. You can't say a long time and then be like, I'm young. Because a long time, what is that?
Since I was born.
Oh my gosh. Certified yapper from birth. Hilarious.
No, yeah, I really am. And, one day I was like, my story could change lives.
Yes.
I wrote that book. Actually,
What's the title of the book?
20-somethings.
20-somethings.
It's a self-help book.
Okay.
It's a guide into finding your inner self.
Okay.
I'm all about being confident and knowing yourself. When you walk in your truth, you get better outcomes being your true, authentic self.
Yes.
And I feel like I have people come up to me all the time. Shania, how did you close this deal? Shania, how do you speak to these people and they hear you out and all these skills that I have? Well, I practiced and experimented with myself and then reapplied. Books.
Yeah.
Seminars, workshops, mentors, advisors. I'm asking questions.
So you were a sponge.
Help.
So you're taking in all of these things.
I ask for help. I feel like people they're hard on themselves and don't like to ask for help. But how do you plan to get to where you want to go without asking for help?
No one ever makes it alone.
So I stand on that. It takes a village.
It takes a village. 1,000%. Yes, I know that's not accurate for all my math people out there. But yeah, like that's a real thing, right? You have to build your community to get to the next level.
Yeah.
So now you took all the things that people have poured into you and you've put it into a book called 20-somethings.
Yeah.
So it's a self-help book. What do you think the biggest takeaway is?
The biggest takeaway is that I'm speaking to my audience as if they're my besties.
Okay.
And I'm like, hey, get it together.
Yeah.
Stop being hard on yourself. We're human. It's okay.
We're
not
this.
Perfect. I'm not perfect, but look, I keep going.
Yeah.
A no is not going to stop the show. Why are you sad?
Yeah. I mean, I get it because a lot of times we forget that you have to keep pushing through, and it's easier to quit than it is to persist.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that you're like, no, keep going.
Yeah.
But you said something that I'm like, do you talk about mental health?
All the time.
Okay, let's hear about what are you telling people about mental health?
So for someone like myself, I'm hard on myself. So as you can see, I'm like, stop being hard on yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm struggling internally all the time. And I'm like, I can't be the only one going through this.
You're not.
I want to be great. Do I have what it takes? It starts within yourself first.
So when you say you want to be great, do you feel that desire?
I'm great.
You already there.
I'm great.
You're like, I'm there.
I'm great because I have the willpower.
Yes. I love this. So it's affirmations, making sure you feel good. But how are you protecting your mental health? Because other people are going to tell you other things. And it weighs on you.
Block out the noise.
How do you do that, though?
I've learned this great skill.
Okay.
To just say, okay,
Ooh, tell me more.
People will give their input.
And then you'll just say, okay.
Okay.
And you walk away?
Thank you. Block it out.
What if the input is real?
Then I'll consume it. I'll receive it.
But how do you know the difference? Like, how do you know someone is a person you should listen to versus not?
Intuition tells you everything.
Listen to your gut. I tell people that all the time.
Intuition tells me a lot, actually. I don't like to feel uncomfortable around people. So,
so if you get that,
if I can't be my true, authentic self,
yeah,
I'm not going to get the best outcome.
So you get that vibe, right? And you're like, mm-mm. And so you'll be like, okay, thanks, and move on.
Toodaloo.
Yeah, like, keep it pushing. But I also stand on this. Feedback
is great.
It is a blessing. But you do have to have a spirit of discernment because some people are just haters. They are.
Exactly. And I preach.
Okay, wait a minute. Are we adding another part? So we have engineer, cybersecurity engineer, right? Industrial cybersecurity engineer, author, 20-somethings book. And now you just added preacher.
No, I was going to say I preach, and then I was going to say a phrase.
Oh, go for it. Okay, preach your phrase.
I preach. Everyone has an opinion.
Okay.
Not all opinions are valid.
Okay. I mean, we know that's true. I live in America. People say all kinds of things that are completely ridiculous.
Crazy.
Their opinions mean nothing. Because if I listen to them, I basically would be undeserving to even be here, the way they talk about black folks and women.
Tell me about it.
So, yeah, no. All opinions are not valid.
Hello.
Period. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, so tell me more about you. We know engineer, cybersecurity, author. You have this wonderful self-help book. You're talking about the importance of mental health. What else is there?
I love to read.
Oh, what are you reading right now?
Crucial Conversations.
That's a good book. What have you learned so far?
I'm only like 10 pages in.
Oh, get into it. It is a good book. It really does help with the foundations of how you should connect with people, how you can have discourse that's civil, respectful, and open-minded.
What
we
I
need
did
more
take
people to
from
do
it was the 10 pages that I did read.
You
so
like
far.
all 10 pages have taught me. Yes.
They taught me that it's okay to redirect and ask yourself before responding.
Yeah.
To make like, what outcome do I want from this?
Yeah.
And to be intentional. So
that makes sense. Because not everything's worth a conversation either.
Hello.
We give too much attention to things that don't deserve it.
Hello.
Listen, I get it. That's why you have to know. But a lot of people don't trust their gut. When did you learn to trust your gut?
Very early on. I
need to hear more about your childhood because you told me where I came from, where I grew up. Everything starts in these real formative years for you. Tell us about your childhood.
I was not the best behaving kid.
Okay.
So a lot of trials and tribulations.
Self-inflicted. Tell us more.
I had an attitude. And
why?
Everyone was just like, you're not going to get far with this attitude. You need to correct it. You need to correct it.
They're kind of true. Okay. But why'd you have the attitude, though? What was wrong with you?
Not too sure.
Okay, you just had the attitude. You just decided that, okay.
I just had the IDGAF attitude. And I walked around like nothing stunk. If it's not my way, then what? I'm causing havoc.
Wow.
So that was me. And I knew I wanted to be successful, but I knew it was going to take a lot of work to become the person I wanted to be. Okay. So at the age of 15, I was like, I can't be doing this. Like, I'm getting whoopings. I'm grounded all the time. Can't watch TV. My mama taking my phone.
Yeah.
It was like...
You were doing a lot.
Yeah.
But you admit that, I mean, hindsight is a thing. So looking back, you're like, okay, I was the knucklehead. But something had to start this. Like, you don't know what started you down this path of
just bad. I just liked to
was bad.
Be in stuff.
Nothing happened. Okay.
Very few fights in my life. Okay. Definitely wasn't that type of girl.
Yeah.
Wasn't a sneaking out child. I was just bad.
You were just bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm the firstborn. So probably I was bored. I might have been bored.
How many siblings do you have?
I have a few.
That's not a number. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so on my mom's side, I have 2 for sure. Yeah.
I love that I have 2 for sure.
Yeah.
I said, that's not a number. I have 1 sister. That's a number, right? Like 1. Okay.
I'm the oldest of 3.
Okay. We'll just rock with that. So you were bored. You're the oldest.
Yeah.
You were like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And are your siblings significantly younger?
We're all 6 years apart.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big age gap.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to be kicking it with the...
I was not expecting
Yeah.
them to come.
Okay. Okay. Understood.
So I was upset after
There
a certain
it is.
age. I
There
was
it
like,
is.
I'm about to mess everything up.
Yeah.
I'm not the only child no more.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. See, now we know what it was. You weren't just bad to be bad. You were bad because you were the only.
Yeah.
Then now you have to share time and space with these others.
Yeah.
And like,
And I'm like, where did you come from?
yeah,
Like,
who are you and why are you in my
Yeah.
space? My sister says that about me. I don't understand what happened because obviously I wasn't here.
Yeah.
But she's like, one day it was just me and the next day you showed up
It's
and I was
like,
mad.
What's going on here?
Like, who are you?
They didn't even ask me for permission.
Yeah. So you and my sister would be besties because she
Period.
literally was like, you just showed up and I didn't like it.
I really didn't, but it just took discipline also. It took discipline of correcting my actions.
But what made you do that? At 15, something happened because how do you just, you know what? I'm being bad.
I got tired of getting whooped.
Oh, that'll do it.
I
Okay.
really didn't stop getting whooped until really 20.
Years old?
After the no, yeah, I'm being honest. After the belt don't work, it was a little punch here and there, it's a little shoe being thrown at me or something.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
yeah.
so you were more bad than what I think I can imagine. And wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got
I'm not
yourself-
perfect.
Nor do you need to be. No one needs you to be perfect.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you're like, look, I got tired of this, and so I'm going to
I
do
did.
something different.
And I wanted to be great. I was like, I can't be a business owner and
Yeah.
have the nastiest attitude. People aren't
Right.
going to want to do business with me.
Right.
So
you got it
started
together.
reading books. I was always a bookworm.
Okay.
But got into self-development
Okay.
books.
Okay.
Started asking questions. Like, I wanted people to give me feedback about myself. Hey, what do you see from your point of view?
Yeah.
I would take that and then look at myself
Yeah.
and reflect and like, how can I improve on this? And
Do you still
so on.
carry that spirit now?
The bad?
No, the self-improvement one.
That's
I mean,
an
are you
everyday
bad?
thing.
Wait
I'm a
minute.
work in progress every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are always on this journey of self-improvement. But now I have to, like, are you still bad?
I like to get ratchet. One of my friends, that's it. Bad, no.
I feel like we all do.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a
We like
friend
little
policy,
fun here
like,
and there,
we don't do photos or videos when we're out.
Nothing.
Like, none of that.
Phone down.
Yeah. Like, it's a
Down.
closed. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I like to have fun, too,
Yeah.
with my friends.
Exactly.
I get that. Exactly. But I'm an angel.
Yeah. I like to say I'm an angel. I always say I'm an angel, and people are like, I believe it. You are.
Yeah.
They say I work magic.
Oh, I'm magical all day.
So.
I have proof. I can
love
make things
this.
happen. Listen,
too.
I'm like, I can make
I
something.
love this.
I
love
am
this.
magic.
Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got that. Okay, so what's next for you?
What's next for me? Flowing with the wind.
What's that mean?
I'm walking by faith.
Okay, I'm here for that.
I love to walk by faith. I don't like to be in
But you don't have
control
a
of
plan?
everything.
Like a North Star. Not necessarily the laid out, this is how I'm going to get there, but you don't have like the North Star, like what's next?
You always have a plan.
What is
but
it?
there's baby steps to it.
I want to
The
hear
plan
what's next.
is to financial. So now I have financial stability.
Yeah.
The next plan is financial freedom.
Okay. What's that look like for you?
What comes into place with that is real estate.
Okay.
So I'm getting into real estate.
Okay.
This book that I have out, 20-somethings.
Yeah.
It drops March 25th on my birthday.
Oh, March 25th,
March
2025,
25th.
20-somethings. Check it out. Okay, come on.
I want to move out the country, and so it's...
Oh, you
it's-
trying to leave?
It's taking me having to really organize these things, but this is going to take time.
Yeah, yeah.
Patience is key.
Where are you trying to go?
I want to move to Mexico. Mexico.
Did you do research, or are you just trying to go to Mexico? Like, why Mexico, not Portugal? Yeah, you just picked a country. Yeah. Okay. I said, what's the thought here? What's happening?
You're like, I love the culture also.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I said, you just said
I really love the culture. I'm just like, why not?
I mean, I'm here for it. Yeah. If I move, I had 2 countries. It was going to be Ghana, because they were offering citizenship.
Ooh, that's a good one.
So I said, oh, here I come, my people.
That's a good one.
I might be there. And then I said Portugal.
That's a good one.
There's a lot of expats.
I was recommended Ghana. So
but you still picked Mexico.
I did. I just love it over there.
Okay. Wait, what? Are you going to the tourist parts, though? Mm-mm. That's a different vibe.
There's some cities that do have black people moved from other countries.
I mean, let's be real. We don't talk about this enough, but a lot of Latin, Hispanic cultures are Indian, are black people,
they're
right?
Us.
Like, they're us, too. They just don't
speak different language.
Exactly.
And they don't want to believe that they're us.
I have been in the Dominican, and people couldn't tell the difference if I was Dominican or black.
Exactly.
So black people exist in every culture, in every region of this globe.
Yeah.
I'm a black American, but there are black Dominicans, Mexicans, all over. Like, we all got this. Indians, let's stop playing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I had a conversation one day with someone I considered a friend. She would consider herself a brown girl.
What does that mean? What's a brown girl versus a black girl? What's that mean? Is she black?
Arabic.
She's Arab. Okay, so she was like, I'm not black, I'm brown. Is that her thought?
She just called herself brown, and we had a conversation.
Okay.
I really wanted to dig and understand
just a little bit, like, where's this coming from?
Like, I'm not taking that away from you.
Yeah. That's interesting.
But I didn't see the brown. Does that make sense?
It does.
And she was just firm. She was like, us Arabic girls go through the worst in the country. And I'm like, what did you just...
Where is she from?
Palestine.
I mean, the Middle East and gender bias, those are real.
She said in the U.S.
I do not like to subscribe to oppression Olympics. I don't, because everyone has a journey, but there's no world where if you are remotely passing, can you say that you understand the lived experience of black folks in the United States of America?
Thanks.
We're not going to allow that to happen because our systems in the United States of America are built on the intersections of oppression.
Yep.
And
I didn't
power
even know how to
and privilege.
Continue the conversation because I was just looking at her in disbelief. Like, what did you just say?
No, but everyone experiences something.
Yeah, and that's why I was like,
but baby,
not taking it away from you, but what did you just say? I watched you put that you were white on an application.
Yeah. You do know the only reason why the Middle East are considered white this is a true story, so I need someone to fact check all of the, like, who did it and the time frame. But we live in a very Christian-led country, even though we have religious freedom. And when it was very clear that Jesus was not blonde-haired, blue-eyes white man, he was Arab. He is Middle Eastern. They wanted to make sure that they could subscribe whiteness to their God. And so instead of just acknowledging that this wonderful being that you worship is brown, they turned all of those who come here that are brown to white on a box. So they consider all Middle Eastern folks white, but it's really just so that way they can hold on to their Christian values.
Yep.
Is that not sick?
Very.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to fact check it, but I'm pretty sure I know that this is the truth. I just don't have all of the, like, was this 1930 something? Like, I don't have all of the deets, but I know that's what happened.
Crazy. I was just like, whatever, girl. Okay, next.
Yeah, next. Move it. Keep it moving. Okay.
Couldn't even have the conversation. It was my birthday, too. I was just like, next.
What a time to tell you that. Like, this is not a birthday conversation.
Hello.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know better now.
I do. Yeah.
Okay, so you haven't told me the North Star.
What's North Star?
Your next thing. I know you said you're walking by faith, but you still haven't shared what's the goal.
So I just got off the phone with my realtor.
Okay.
So.
You did tell me real estate, financial freedom. Yeah. I'm sorry. I keep thinking of like a job, but it's not a job. It's a goal.
I'm not going to keep putting money in other people's pockets and not in mine.
You said I'm working for myself. Mm-hmm. I'm going to financial freedom and move to Mexico.
I've experienced financial freedom, just did not know I was not financially literate.
Oh.
So the money management just wasn't there. I traveled the world.
Yeah.
I'm talking, I traveled the world for 2 whole years.
Wow.
Blew that money. But it was a great experience.
But you had a good time.
I had a phenomenal time.
Okay.
I still travel.
You still travel.
Yeah, but now it's just like at this point, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm grateful though.
You're grateful
to have a job. I'm very grateful to have a career. I worked hard for it, and I'm here.
Yeah.
And I made it happen. Now, what's next?
Yes.
The next step is to move out the country.
Okay.
But what does that take? I need passive income.
Yes.
So.
Okay. You can work while you're still in Mexico, though.
Do I want to?
Oh, okay. Okay. Got it.
No.
You said I don't want to
work.
I'm trying to set it up.
That's
that
not
I basically
what I was
get.
born to do.
Who was born to work?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I identify strongly.
I'm too pretty to keep working.
Whoop. Say it again. I'm
too pretty to keep working.
That's the next shirt that we're going to have available for all of you. I love that. Well, thank you for joining me. Anything else any final thoughts that you want to share with the audience?
I manifested this.
Ooh, she did though. She said, I really want to do this. I want to be on a podcast. I'm podcasting, so she sees me doing it.
I walked by like 4 times. I said, I'm going to be in that seat.
And here you are. You manifested
That's what I did.
Keep always the goal, your eye on the prize. Have a North Star, have a goal. It may come true. Those dreams do come true.
They do come true.
Yeah.
You just have to really be in tune with yourself. And that's what I speak about. Raise your vibrations.
Ooh, okay. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Get your copy of 20-somethings. It was released March 25th.
March 25th.
Yeah.
So on the market, 20-somethings. Yes. Go get a copy.
There you go. Oh, yeah. Where is it available?
Everywhere.
Amazon.
You can get an ebook. And you can get it printed.
Okay.
So I'm distributing it globally.
Is it?
So it'll be on Amazon. You can Google it.
Okay, there it is. Just search for it.
Search for it.
Okay.
It's everywhere.
You said it's everywhere.
It is.
Okay.
I worked hard for that one.
Well, thank you. You have a good rest of your time at NSBE.